Ever since the COVID-19 vaccine was launched on April 16 in the Southwest region by the Minister of Public Health, the turnout has been relatively low. However, some key administrators are putting all efforts to encourage the population to take action and get themselves vaccinated. Recently, the moderator of the Presbyterian Church, Right Reverend Funky Samuel, took his first dose at the Boya Regional Hospital.
Come this day to take my vaccine in order to prevent myself. I know in the medical world, the vaccine is a preventive measure. It's not a curative measure. And so I must take that preventive measure so that I should not be infected by this virus. And I'm encouraging everyone to come and take the vaccine. Some people have said the vaccine is a chip that gets into your body, and the Western world wants to clear off Africa. And the answer to that is that if it was so, then we would have died through other things that the Western world is fabricating for us to consume.
The COVID-19 virus does not spare anyone.
My experience has been that I've seen people die of COVID unexpectedly, and I've seen how people have reached near death, and by God's grace they have survived. So COVID-19 is real, and anyone who thinks that it's a disease that is not real, they're just wasting their time. I think it's by God's grace that it has not affected Africa the way it's affecting the Western world, but we must not take it for granted.
As a medic, the director of the Boya Regional Hospital is moved by the act, adding his voice to that of the moderator, calling on the population to get themselves vaccinated.
The state of COVID-19 in the region, and Boya especially, is still alarming. We are just from the second wave, I would say. The infections are reducing, but we envisage a third wave if nothing is done. And those things that are supposed to be done will be active vaccinations and the respective barrier measures. We think that if that is done, then we can avoid a third wave maybe towards the end of this year.
Just as it was intended, some media personnel were moved and immediately took theirs. The general public is encouraged to follow suit and take their jabs, protecting themselves and their loved ones.